Hello and welcome to the Genuine Learning Blog. My name is Melissa Galasso and I'm excited to be here today to talk about a very recent, as in this morning, proposal from the FASB regarding profit interest. So profit interest is an interesting area. Instead of giving equity interest for an organization, they get a percentage of future profits. And so as a result, the term profits interest is actually not even defined within GAAP. And so as a result, there have been questions historically about what is the appropriate treatment. Is it 718, like stock share-based compensation, or is it more under 710, other types of compensation like a cash bonus? And as a result, this diversity in practice has been, something that they've been focused on. In fact, this actually started with the Private Company Council. The PCC identified this as an area. However, after a little bit of research, they found out it wasn't just private companies who struggled with this. In fact, public companies also struggled with this. And so the FASB decided to move this to its full agenda back at the end of last year. And so a little bit about this, this was issued again May 11th. Comments are due July 10th. And there was just confusion over what was the appropriate topic. 718 for share-based payment, 710 more like any other traditional compensation. And they wanted to clarify, this way we'd reduce diversity in practice, et cetera. And so very, very narrow. And so because of the change from the PCC alternative to really the full FASB, taking this on as an agenda item, it applies to all reporting entities that account for profits interest awards as compensation to employees in return for goods and services. Now, what I think is really interesting about this standard or this proposal in particular is instead of actually modifying 718 or instead of modifying 710 or providing specific guidance, what they did was they added an illustrative example that includes 4 different fact patterns. And each of those fact patterns helps them understand whether they should apply 718 or whether they should apply 710. And so it helps to, 1, reduce diversity in practice, and 2, helps with the complexity because they're walking you through the thought process as they go through it. So this is not making material changes to the actual standards. What they're doing is providing an illustrative example. And people like illustrative examples because then they can kind of think about it and replicate it in their own thought process. So this is a different way of handling, a change as we go through this. Now, they haven't set an effective date based on the standard. What they said they would do is they would wait to get feedback on it. They did say that it could be applied either retrospectively or prospectively, and they do have some ideas about transition, but we're not going to have an effective date until they get a little bit more feedback from the public. So again, a super niche area, but something that we have been monitoring since it was really part of the PCC discussion for a long time before it moved to the active agenda of the full FASB board. So kind of an interesting transition as we go through it. So if you are interested, you have just a couple months to provide feedback to the FASB with respect to this area. So hopefully you can give FASB some feedback as they look to learn a little bit more. And does this, this fact pattern really help address the diversity in practice? So that's a wrap on this week's blog, and we hope to see you on a future blog. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.